We're going after order of operations here. So remember, we have a set procedure in which we solve things, kind of a rules of the road, the mathematical road, if you will. So yeah, let's go through them here real quickly. So the first thing up there is our parentheses. So remember, anything that's inside the parentheses, that's where our attention goes to first. There's something called exponents. Now, some of you may have seen them, some of you may not. Remember, exponents are your repeat multiplication. So an exponent is a little number that's pushed up in the air. And what it's telling me to do is to do repeat multiplication. Remember, that dot is your multiplication symbol. So 4 to the second power means 4 times 4, which is a 16. A lot of students want to say 8 here. All right, they want to do a 4 times 2, or they'll remember the 4 and the 4, but then they'll add them together. It is repeat multiplication. Now, the last two is where we see some confusion that sets in, because we say multiplication or division, but we could also say division or multiplication. You see, we end up going from left to right, and it's whoever shows up first. So sometimes it's multiplication and sometimes it's division. Same thing with your addition or subtraction, which is the last thing we're taking care of. Again, we go from left to right. So again, it's simply who shows up first in line, which is very fair. First come, first serve, right? All right, well, maybe not all the times. All right, so let's go on through some of these and let's see what you can do. So question number 1, let's go after 12 minus 2 times 3 plus 4. All right. So the first thing we're checking for is parentheses. Do you see any? Nope. Exponents. See any? Nope. Multiplication or division. Yes. So I'm a big fan of underlining what you're doing and drop it right below it. All right, don't end up rewriting off to the side. 2 times 3. See, a lot of students do this. There's no need to rewrite it off to the side. It's staring right at you. Just drop it right below it. 2 times 3 is 6. The big thing here is bring everything down you didn't use. I didn't use the 12. I didn't use the minus sign. I used the 2 and the 3, and I underline them as a reference of, hey, I've used them. They're done with. I see an addition sign, and I see a 4 that's there. All right. Next thing here. All right. Any other multiplication or division? Nope. Addition or subtraction? Yes. Remember, it's from left to right. So who showed up first? Vroom. Yep. So 12 minus 6 is 6. Then we'll finish it off with 6 plus 4. Hello, 10. So we should get this in a way, this nice little triangle. It's a good thing. Again, not required by law, but all right, it keeps us kind of organized and from making mistakes as the problems start to get a little bit larger. That's here. If you think you've got it under control, try this next one. Remember, hit that pause button and see what happens. All right, so 8 plus, in parentheses, 3 plus 2 times 5. Close your parentheses. All right. If you know what you're doing, try it. If not, follow along. Parentheses. Yes. So I'm going inside here first. And I still have to follow my order of operations. It's just not left to right. It just means you have to start inside of there. So I'm focusing on this 3 plus 2 times 5. Well, multiplication is higher in the chart than my addition. So my 2 times my 5 is going to give me my 10. So I'm going to bring everyone down I haven't used. Now the key thing here are those parentheses. There's still more to do inside there. So they have to stay along for the ride that's here. So I'm going to take care of that addition because it's inside the parentheses. Then finally I can hit that addition that's there. Now sometimes we can go out of order in our order of operations and still get home safely. For example, if you did 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 10, you still get 21. So it will happen sometimes, but it's kind of like just kind of getting lucky from that standpoint of like, oh, all right. So it's not something that you want to rely on. You do want to make sure you're talking yourself through the rules that are here. All right, so same thing. Try it as soon as I write it out there, and hit that pause button, or follow along with me if you're struggling at all. All right, so let's go with 8 times 3 minus 12 divided by 3 times, all right, 2. All right, so parentheses, no. Exponents, I almost skipped one there. No exponents. Multiplication or division, yes. Now remember, we are going to go left to right. So as I go left to right, I see the multiplication first. 8 times 3 is 24. and I'm going to bring everyone down I haven't used. I'm not going to be one that's going to skip steps here. Now, every once in a while, if you skip a step, again, you're increasing your level of difficulty. Just be aware of it. So let's see here. Now I see subtraction, I see division, I see multiplication. Remember, we are going to take care of that multiplication division first. But remember, it's an or statement. Who showed up first? The division did. Yeah, so I got to take care of it. Put your 4 down. Bring everyone down that you didn't use. All right, I see subtraction, I see multiplication. Who's higher than chart? All right, if you need to, we can always sneak a peek. All right, yeah, it's your multiplication. So I'm going to put that down, and then I can bring everyone, and there we are, 24 minus 8. Say hello to 16 that we're looking at. So again, it's a little bit of a patience thing as we're looking into it. And it's just something that you want to be aware of. The more you try to do at once, typically, the more mistakes we end up seeing. So I'm going to squeeze one more up here, all right? And let's see what you can do with it. How about 12 divided by 12 times 3 minus, in parentheses, 8 plus 2 divided by 2 times 3. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I take that back. We're going to change something here. Go back to the beginning. That's there. I don't like that 12 divided by 12. All right, let's change it. All right, we're going to go after someone like 80. Oh, that's nice, huh? We're going to go with 88, and we're going to divide it by 2. All right. So we're going to give you a little bit more action here. We want to hit that pause button there because we do want to work a little bit on the number sense from that standpoint. Or let's kind of go through it. So, all right, a lot. Parentheses, yes. I'm going to go inside my parentheses, and I'm going to take care of, well, I see addition, division, multiplication. All right, division's definitely higher in the chart. Now, this is one of those phrases where you're like, well, it's left to right. So I'm just going to go left to right. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Listen, if you want to combine some things together from time to time, no worries with that. You have to see it. Now, again, if you don't, then there's no need. We don't need to skip anything there. But at the same time, if you're getting frustrated because you're like, I got to write it all out, no, we don't want you to do that. All right, let's finish what's in the parentheses. That's an 11. So there's my minus sign, there's my 3, there's my... Again, depends on how much juggling you want to do. So now I see division, multiplication, and subtraction. Multiplication, division are highest in the chart, but we go from left to right. Remember, dividing by 2 is just cutting something in half. So half of 88, 44, yes. We got 44 times 3 minus 11. All right, so now I'm stuck with the multiplication that's there. So what we could end up doing is some mental math here. If you'd like to, break up that 44 as a 40 and a 4. 40 times 3, 120. Remember, 4 times 3 is 12. Throw that 0 down. 4 times 3 is 12. Add the 2 of them together. Hey, we got ourselves 132. Now, again, if you were like, whoa, well, that's one. You could write it out to the side, or you could think algorithm here real quick. Some of you, this is going to be the better way to go. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 12 plus 1 is 13. Yeah, still gets me to 132. Let's finish it off, though. 132 minus 11. Let's take 10 away. So down to 122. And then let's take 1 more away. So I'm down to 121 as my final answer. That's there. So again, we want a little bit more substance, but we also want to go back to that number sense of using that mental math. Now again, if you wanted to stack them and subtract, visualize it, that's all great as well too. We'll see you later.